Learning to aim high. Oh, yes. Let us all learn to aim high. We have to aim high if only we want to be successful. Anyone at all in this life, if we want to be successful or to succeed, we need to aim high. This simply means that aiming high simply means that we being ambitious or setting ambitious goals and working towards achieving those goals. Aiming high is very good because it influences us positively by motivating us. When we aim at something or when we set ambitious goals, it helps us, it motivates that particular goal we have set for ourselves, it motivates us to work hard towards achieving that particular goal that we have set for ourselves. When you aim at something, everyone in this life, when you aim at or when you target something in this life, you try your possible best or you work towards getting that particular target. Therefore, when we aim high or when we set ambitious goals for ourselves, it helps us to motivate us in order to work hard to attain that particular goal or target we've set. So that is one of the reasons it's very important for us to aim high or to set ambitious goals for ourselves. When we aim high, we are not only being ambitious. Yes, being ambitious is part of it, but that is not the only reason or the only thing out of it. But we are also being encouraged to think positively. When you aim high, it helps you to always be alert, to get rid of certain negative thoughts or certain negativity that maybe I can't do it, those I can't do it spirit is out of your line because all your attention is on that particular goal you have set for yourself. So it helps us to think positively because we will always be looking for solution, for way out to get to that particular target that we have in mind. We want to get to that target or we want to achieve whatever goal we have set for ourselves. That is why it's very, very necessary for us to set ambitious goals sometimes for ourselves in order to succeed in anything at all we want to do in this life. When we aim high, it also helps us to strive for success. Yes, it helps us to strive for success because it helps us to get the most out of us. We put in our efforts, our energy, resources, the abilities and the potentials that we don't even know exist within us. We realize them. That is one of the reasons we need to aim high in this life, or we need to set ambitious goals for ourselves. For this reason, for all of this reason I have stated, let us all be encouraged to aim high for things that demand the best of our abilities. Yes, we should aim high for things that demand the best of our abilities. Aiming high doesn't mean that you should just aim high at any unrealistic thing or unrealistic target. There are certain things you know that even if you should go to heaven and come back, there's no way you'll be able to get there or to do it. So make realistic or set realistic, ambitious goals for yourselves or for ourselves, me inclusive. Let us learn for things that will help us. Let us aim for things that will help us to improve in this life. For the conclusion of the whole issue is that things that will improve us, we want to improve our lives, or we want to improve on our lives. We want to progress in this life. That is the main reason we want to be ambitious or we want to aim high in this life. So if the things will not improve you positively in this life, then it's not worth your time, it's not worth your resources or your energy. So for us to aim high in this life, we have to first and foremost make sure that whatever it is that we are aiming at is something that is going to improve us in this life, for us to become the better version of ourselves. So let us learn for things that will help us to improve in life, and not just anything at all just because we want to be ambitious. No. Before we decide on anything at all in this life, we must first and foremost analyze whatever it is that we want to involve ourselves or indulge ourselves in, to see if it will help us to become the better version of ourselves or not, before we involve or indulge ourselves in it. Yes, that is what I said earlier on. We have to analyze the thing. We have to make sure that whatever it is that we want to do is something that is going to improve us, is something that is going to promote our progress in this life, not to make us stagnant or retrogress in this life. The thing must be something that will improve us in this life to succeed in whatever it is that we want to do. That is why we have to check, analyze the thing to see if it is a realistic goal that we are setting for ourselves, or realistic ambition that we have before we move towards working towards achieving that particular goal or aim in this life. If our ambition will not improve us in any way of our lives, then it is not worth our attention or time. Yes, in conclusion, we have to bear in mind that aiming high is just any activity or any program of our activities. Therefore, we have to make sure that whatever it is that we are aiming at is something that will excite us. That activity must be able to excite us. It's something, what I mean is something that we have interest in. Something that even if the result does not start coming early or at the time we are expecting it, we can still continue. So it must interest us first. It must excite us. And it is something that has to intimidate us at times as well. And that is why it is an ambition in the first place. We have to aim high at something that should intimidate us a bit. But with a little push, we'll be able to do it. We should sometimes wonder if we'll be able to do this, or if we can truly make it. And that should even ginger or force or encourage us or motivate us to even work towards it and improve on whatever it is that we are doing in order to get to our destination. Yes, it must be an activity that will force us to work hard in pursuit of achieving our goal in life. That activity must force us. When we have interest, when the thing excites us, even if we are not seeing the rippling effect immediately, the thing must encourage us. That activity, that work, whatever it is that we are doing, that is what I'm referring to as a program of activities. Whatever it is, being it studies, whatever it is, the thing must excite us, or we must have interest in that particular thing. We must derive some joy or form of fulfillment from whatever activity or whatever it is that we are doing, that even if we are not seeing any results immediately, we can still continue. It should be something that is a bit big enough. The result should be something that should be big enough to intimidate us, that, hey, can we also make it that far, or should it even succeed? Will we find ourselves worthy of that particular thing? But we will still forge ahead, knowing very well that success is not meant for any particular group of persons. So we too will be able to make it. So with that determination and encouragement from ourselves or from that particular thing, because we have excitement or interest in that particular thing, it should motivate us in order to continue. It should encourage us to continue in whatever activities that we have engulfed or engage ourselves in, to forge ahead, forcing ourselves, knowing very well that it is only a matter of time, and at the right time we shall also get there to the glory of God. So that thing, that activity must be that activity that should force us. The results that will come should even be enough encouragement to force us to work towards achieving that particular thing. Assuming right now I am just walking, let's say in front of my house, I just put some small table there with some water, maybe some bottled water or sachet water selling. Yet my aim or my ambition is to have a supermarket one day. The interest that I have in selling that particular thing should encourage me, should motivate me to continue. Or if I want to, a time will come when I want to get discouraged, the result of me wanting, the result if I should succeed, which is having supermarket one day, which is intimidating though, should rather encourage me, should motivate me to push ahead, to force myself to work harder. And it should also make me to become responsible. When you set a goal for yourself, a realistic goal for yourself, or when you aim high, it helps you to also become responsible, because you know that when you fail, there is no one that is going to take the blame for that failure. Therefore, you want to do things responsibly. Therefore, whatever little income, for instance, assuming I am making out of that sachet water I'm selling, I should be able to save it no matter how little it is, knowing my target, where I am going, my final destination, which is the supermarket, should be able to motivate me, to help me to be responsible, to save whatever little I have. And that's ambition, that end result should also, which is the intimate, should be able to intimidate me enough to be disciplined, to discipline me enough to know that yes, I have to go to work, even sometimes though I might not have the interest of or the feeling of working today. I must force myself, so far as it is not that I am not sick, it's not that I am sick, but just that I'm not feeling like going to work. It should motivate me to go to work in order to be able to save. And that is discipline. I should be able to discipline myself and be able to be responsible, that whatever little savings income I get, I should be able to save it towards that particular goal that I have set for myself, or what I am aiming at, which is having the supermarket. That is just an example I am setting. So for that reason, it should help us. The activities that we choose or whatever we aim at, that is what I should make sure that it is something that excites us, that is we have interest in, and sometimes should intimidate us. The result should be intimidating enough to motivate us to be able to work towards attaining that particular goal. It must be an activity that will force us to work hard, something that our interest is in already. And because of the results, which is intimidating, it should force us to work hard in pursuit of achieving that particular goal in this life. Because our primary goal of aiming high in this life in the first place is to improve ourselves. Yes, we all want improvement in our lives. There is no one in this life who want to remain wherever they are, or to remain stagnant, or to retrogress in this life. We all want improvement. We all want to progress in this life. So the primary goal for aiming high or setting a realistic, ambitious goals is to improve our life. So whatever goal that we have set for ourselves, whatever it is we are aiming at achieving, whatever ambition it is that we have, we must analyze it to see that it is something that will help us to improve in this life. It is something that will improve upon our lives or our circumstances. We should be able to improve. We should be able to see growth or progress in this life. For if it is not something that will improve us in any form of life or change our circumstances, then it is not worth it. So for you to succeed in this life, or if you want to see changes in your circumstances and to improve in your life, or to see progress or growth, learn to set a realistic goal or aim high at things that you know you'll be able to. Thank you.